this is Kim Klaver, and that's my partner in crime over there, Vic Link. We built four companies together over the last, 24, 25 years. And before that, I had built a couple more, and so did she separately before we met each other. And today, I want to show you how to be free from begging. What I'm going to do is, how many of you said that you're basically nowhere on your income goals? How many of you are even close to the income goals that you have for yourself with your business? Let me see in the chat, what are the answers in there?
I think we had one that was a 7, and that's Anastasia, who just recently jumped in about 8 months ago into this.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other, anybody else?
Barry's a 5. That's pretty good considering most people are 2.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, there are a lot of reasons that people don't get the income that they want. And usually, would you say it's due more to the fact that you do a lot of work every day and it doesn't work? Or would you say you really aren't doing very much? So one is I do a lot of work and it doesn't work every day. And number 2 is I don't really do very much for whatever reason. What's your number 2? Don't do much. Don't do much. Don't do, okay. Yeah, the reason I'm asking is because most people in the industry are like this. If people have long given up doing anything. And what's the number 1 reason would you say right now that you're not doing anything? What's the reason? Why aren't you doing anything to make your income goals? Okay, yeah, but why aren't you doing it? So you're not consistent. Why are you not consistent? Why not? Other obligations, okay. Anything else? Too busy with living? Yep. Okay, and that's a good one. Anything else? Belief system. What is your belief system now that makes you not do anything? What is it? Just type it in. That you don't believe, or you do believe, or you don't like your product, you don't like your company. You believe everybody should say yes, but some of them say no. What's the belief? What have you got? So see if we can help you. Oh yeah, well, there isn't anybody who doesn't dislike rejection. Not sure if it'll work for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is a very big problem in the industry. People not doing anything because they're not, they're afraid. Now, a lot of people say, well, I'm not sure it's going to work for me. Let me tell you something about working for you and working for anyone. Everyone from Steve Jobs to Elon Musk to a wonderful book by a guy named Steve Schwartzman. This is the book here. You see, it's called Steven Schwartzman. He is the founder of Blackstone, which is a giant multi-billion-dollar fund. And his thing is called What It Takes. And some of you, if you're into finance and how money works, will enjoy this book very much. And one of the things he tells there, yeah, Suzanne, you have got it. You listen today, and we'll help you get on a right path if our path is a match for you, because we're pretty different than anything in the industry. I'm warning you right now. So if there are people here who need to have their upline approve what they do, you should leave the meeting right now, because there's nothing here I'm going to tell you that your upline would either tell you to do or approve of. Why? Because they're all robots. Make your list of 100, say these things to 100, imagine everybody is going to love it, and they don't. Imagine you'll feel good every day making your calls. You won't. When somebody says no, just go for no. Nonsense. Go for yes, or don't go for anything at all. Learn how to do it in a way that is representative, that you demonstrate that that people are different and you're different. And I can just tell you that all the greats that we look at today, that, Elon Musk is worth so much, 200 billion in Tesla stock? I think somebody that's the head of the World Children's Organization or something said, well, Elon and Bezos, if you just give us $6 billion because you have so much value in stock, we could save 6 million children's lives. So you know what Elon Musk did? He said, okay, show me an accounting of where that money would go. And it would be transparent because I wouldn't be giving lumps to like people like, you, that's for sure, right? Where of every $1 billion, 900 million goes to administration. No, we want the kids to get it, right? We want. And I will sell my Tesla stock today to make that $6 billion available. This is somebody who knows where he came from. He came from nothing. He was born in South Africa. His companies went bankrupt 5 or 6 times. I have read his story. It's a 1,200-page biography that somebody did with him over the last, 8 years. And he was on the verge of bankruptcy almost all the time. What makes you think that we are not going to have to deal with that also before you cross over? There's something about the nirvana, however we define that, where we have to do all this stuff to get through it. Brambles, crying, thinking for sure everybody hates us. It'll never work. I am too dumb, too slow, too fat, too this. Why did I even do this? Everybody who has ever made it big has had those days, and not just once or twice, but regularly. Do you understand that? It's regular. So what makes you think that you're not going to get hit upside the head now and then by something that you didn't see coming? A lot of our people in our industry think there are no obstacles to success. Just go ahead. There's a garbage driver over there. He made a lot of money and he's only been in the company 6 months. He's making 10 grand a month. Yeah, right. And if you are naive, which many people are when they come into business, you don't know that he's been in companies for 10 years. He's got people he brought with him from 10, 8, 7, 6, 5 years ago. Do they tell you that? No. Why? Well, because that'd make it look hard. You see? So the whole business is one of kind of luring you in so you feel like it's easy, anyone can do it. Yes, anyone can get your mom maybe to sign up once. Anyone can maybe make a list of 100 people. Can anyone turn those people into customers who want to be customers and recruits? Yes or no? What do you say? Yes or no? Can anybody do that? Or can anybody just maybe talk to people? And what happens? Well, I don't know. Hello, how are you? How's the weather? Great. Did you make any money? No. If you talk to 50 people today, how much money will you make? Suzanne, how much? Marco, how much? How much money will you make? You talk to 50 people about your business. You talk to 50, how much are you going to make? What's guaranteed in the bank? So why would you tell people just talk to people? You know very well if you talk to 50 of them, which would take you at least a couple of hours, there's no guarantee you're going to make anything. So we have to rethink how we're doing this, right? Because if you're shopping for shoes for you and you're a woman size 8 and you try on the men's shoes and the children's shoes and you try on the women's, but they're all the wrong size, you're going to go away thinking nobody has any shoes for you. But if they took all the size 8s into the back room and you never got them, you'd think there's something wrong with you and your feet. Isn't that right? So you have to have a match. So what I want to show you today is our process for signing up people. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to show you what it is. And I'm going to take you right through it, right to the end, where we can see if we can help you or not. You ready for that? I'll bet you nobody's ever showed you this before. I'll bet you nobody ever has. You ready? Are you awake? Okay, how to be free from begging. Some of you probably feel like you're begging. Please try my product. You know, Eric, my friend, he says, oh, you know what you do if you're new? Just say, oh, won't you please try my product? I'm new in business. Please try my product. I would die before I would say that to somebody. You got to be kidding. Why would I do that? Oh, I would die. I would never say it. But that's what he's telling new people. And if that's you want to do that, great. You know, what are you going to get? One customer? So what? It doesn't even cover your product. You know what I mean? So I'm not a beggar. I'm not going to beg. I'm not one of those people. So here's why I don't like that. It's kind of like you're going door to door, like this little guy right here. Do you like my little image? Ooh, isn't he sweet? So he's banging on the door. And guess what happens to the lady on the other side? This is you, like going door to door. I've done this as a kid, as an adult. What happened? She goes, well, like, who are you? What do you want? Isn't that what it is? Yes or no? Am I right or not? Is this what you're doing on the phone? DMing, Bang, 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 bang. The person goes, huh? What are you? Who are you? Of course it's going to be hard. Why would you do this? Right? Don't do this. You don't have to do this. We got something better. Okay. How about you attract the right people first before you go banging on all these doors and getting a red hand and who knows what happens to your knuckles and all these people saying, ha, ha, ha. You know, when I did Christmas cards like this as a kid, first of all, when somebody opens the door and they look eye level and there's nobody there, they look around both sides and then they look down and there I was. Hi. Right. So of course, you know, I won over a lot of hearts. But most of us are no longer kids, so you're not going to win over any heart. You have to earn it now. Being little just doesn't cut it, right? So what if we attract them first? Okay, so how do you do that? Let's say that you're setting up a softball team for the church, right? You're in the church and you like softball or, you know, pink ball or whatever it's called. We'll say softball. And they say, okay, we're going to set up a team. So that's what we're going to do. So what do? You make a sign and it says, here. Softball team tryouts. You see that on the top right? You see it? Tell me yes, you see it? Sunday, 4 p.m. church field. Okay, we see that? Everybody see it? Say yes in the chat. Say yes, 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 you got it, because we're going to go fast now. We have it. When you come, they're ready for you. Like these people. Why? They're expecting you. We are expecting each other. Why? Because we said, hey, you ready for the softball team? You ready for that? Who comes? These people. I found this one. It's like from the 20s, I think, something like that. They're the ones who came. Now, did you have to sell them and beat on them and do all this stuff? No, because they already had an interest. You put a sign out. This is called attraction. We have virtual magnets that do this. We have them also for when you're talking to people. We are very much attraction driven, the way we do our marketing. We pull them in first, and of those, we sit down and start the process. Do you see that? So there's never doing this where you have no clue what's on the other side of the door. Furthermore, in the way we do business, you will never be knocking on a door with one person behind it. We knock on doors with 20 people behind it, 20, 30, 40, 50. Wouldn't you rather do that? So at least there's a chance you're going to get somebody. Yo. Hey, Eileen, how are you doing, girl? How good to see you. I've been thinking about you, about talking to you. So I'm thrilled to see you here. So you can tune in and see what we do here for our people, trying to get them in there so they can do like you, girl. All right. This is one of my friends on the in there you should follow her. If you are interested in making some big money, follow this lady, Eileen Wilder. I'm telling you, she is. Not only is she a hot person, but also she's a person who personifies. If you want to be a Christian and think about somebody who personifies what that really means, just listen to anything she has to say about how to market in ways that draw people to you in the way you never dreamed people would be drawn, because it's right from the heart. See, not scary, not technobabble, none of that crap that we are full of in our industry. All right. So where are we? Here we go. So we're not doing this. Nobody's surprised when they see us because we've already done the attraction. Okay. So how do we attract people? Okay. We got the softball team. We're going to post something here. The softball team tryouts, 4 p.m. There we are. Who comes? Those are already interested in the first place. So you're doing no banging, no dragging, no pushing, none of that stuff. Okay. That's really what we want to do so that the people you have, you may not pick everybody, but so what? So what? You're going to pick at least people who came with an interest already inside of them. That's the key. You're not doing any persuasion or anything at this point in terms of the interest, the thing that you're talking about. Okay. If this makes sense, I want to show you what the steps are that we do to attract our audience. And not only can you copy these down and do it yourself, if you're a good do-it-yourselfer, I'll give you enough information. So if you like to hustle and do that stuff, you can do it yourself. If you need help, we can show you how to do that. Okay. So number one, you have to attract your audience. That means you need to know who they are. Who can you help? What can you do for somebody where they go, oh man, this is pretty good. This is great. This is exactly what I want, or it's not. So you need to be able to figure out the job of a marketer in large part is to attract the people you can help. That's definitely number one. Tell me, yes, you got that in the chat. Step two, you have to show some value. What does that mean? Well, you have to prove you can actually help people. Number two, you want to show some value. Why? To prove you can actually help somebody. That's the idea. So they trust you, not know, like, and trust you as a person. No, as somebody who can actually help them. You know, when you go to a dentist, do you go to somebody who's your friend, who's maybe 2 years out of dental school? Or do you go to somebody that you don't know, who's been doing it 25 years and who has done the particular procedure, like a root canal or whatever they do, has done it 200 times in the past, I don't know, 90 days? Or do you want somebody who's your friend, but they've done it 3 times? The trust that we talk about, know, like, and trust, doesn't mean the individual person. Like, oh, I really, no. It means that you trust that they can help you get the thing, the problem solved, or get whatever it is that you want. That's the trust we're talking about, okay? Everybody see that? So it's not know, like, and trust the husbands and the hemorrhoids. No. One of the big mistakes people make in network marketing is to act like everybody needs to know, like, and trust you. So you should go and start and make all these relationships whose purpose is really only to sell them. What kind of friendship is that? Talk about being used as an object. I mean, girls, don't you think that feels pretty crappy? They ask all about you and how's your life and how's this and how's that? And do you have any problems? Because I have something to sell you. How good does that feel? Because we are not talking about that kind of trust. We're talking about, like, you trust your doctor, you trust an advisor that they can help you get what you want. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. All right, step 3. You want to connect with them and see if you can help. And this is a mini connect. We call this a mini connect. It's not a big one. It's a little mini one, 10, 15 minutes. If yes, if it looks like we can help them, and if they stay the way they are, it will definitely be very bad for them. They realize it's bad. They don't want to stay the way they are in 5 or 10 years. They don't want to be where they will be if they don't change. We make them an offer to help. We make them an offer to help. Notice nobody's selling anything here. You got this problem. What happens if you don't fix it? It's going to cost you to have us help you, of course, right? Harvard is free. Hello, right? But if you don't go, what's the cost of that? And people rarely think about that, the cost of not doing something, that could help them. They only think about the cost of it. Well, you want to think about, when I buy stuff from people who say they want 10 grand, 20 grand, 25 grand, 50 grand, whatever it is, I try to think of how can I turn that into 10 times more with what I can contribute. People are supposed to show you a path, then you tread on the path. Even the Buddha said that. Jesus said the same, right? And nobody's going to carry you on their back, but having a path, that definitely saves you some time. So then you make your offer. So do they prefer the help? Now remember, this is for you too. You have an offer. There's stuff you have either a program, you have nutritional supplements, you have some kind of a debt reduction, whatever you're marketing. And the question is, do they prefer the help that you can have them solve this problem? Or do they prefer to stay the way they are? And in 5 or 10 years or 20 years, nothing will have changed. Sometimes a person says, I don't really care. Well, great, stay the way you are, right? It's not somebody you can help. Okay, next. Here's how to let us help you. I'm going to show you exactly how we do these steps, and we're going to do them because I'm going to do them with you. Here's how this works. Let me show you how we do this. Okay. Number 1, my question to you is, do you want to become an attraction machine? All right. Do you want to become an attraction machine? Who said yes? Barry wants to, Marco wants to, Chip wants to. Who else? Anastasia, D. Suzette, you want to become one. Okay. So this is an example. Do you want to become this type of person? You said yes. What does that mean? You are part of the attracted, right? So if we were to say the chosen, you know how they say in the Bible, we can become the attracted. You are the attracted. That is phase 1. You've just gone through your Prada shop and you feel the clothes. You go, oh, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that, right? That piece of clothing is part of the attracted group. You don't necessarily go buy it because what are you going to do next? You're going to take it off the thing. You're going to try it on, see how it looks. And they hoo-ha. All these steps. We're going to do the same. We do the same with people in programs. See? So you want to become an attraction machine. So far, you've passed step 1. You have been You are among the attracted. This will happen to your people too. Do you see what I mean? So Marco, if somebody says, yeah, I'm interested in learning how to, do this or the other. I want to be healthier. I want to be more fit. And I don't really want to go to the gym and do all this stuff. So then they're part of the attracted. A lot of people will say, no, if you don't know this, think about Nordstrom shopping for shoes. There are 5,000 pairs of shoes, usually a little bit more women, but maybe 40% men. If you're a woman, 40% of the shoes are not available to you. Do you get that? They're not available. Why? Because you're a girl. You're not going to try on men's shoes unless you're shopping for your kids or your husband. Of those, you want running shoes. That's only a part. Of those, you want Nike. Of those, you want size 8. Of those, you want white. By the time you're done, the salesperson brings you 5 or 6 pairs of shoes. And that's what you try on. Yeah. So you're in the right place. You are among the attracted ones. So now step 2, what do you do? Now you have people that say, yeah, me, I'm kind of interested in that. Yeah, now what we're going to do now, right? Now we're going to give some value. I'm going to give you value right now because you're in the attracted ones, right? You have right there. You said, hey, I want to be an attraction machine. Why not, right? It beats being one of these other people knocking on all these doors. So what are we going to do? We want to give value because it gives you proof. It gives them proof for you, if you're doing this, that you know how to help them. Do you see that? Who's got this here? Proof that you know how to help them. We're going to give this now. This is called giving value. What does that mean? You're going to prove that you know how to help them. How? You're going to actually help them. Frank Kern's favorite thing, the oldest trick in the book, he says, we're going to show you that we can help you by helping you. And you're going to see when you do what I say or what I show you, you're going to get results and you won't even have paid anything. Do you see what I mean? This is what's happening. Okay. So I'm going to show you, this is what you need to be able to do. And I'm going to show you, we have some attraction tools. Would you like to get some attraction tools? Tell me yes or no in the chat. Who would like to see some attraction tools that you could use, which will represent me giving you value, so you can prove to yourself and trust that, we actually can probably help you. Who wants to see that? You see that? How this works? Exactly. This is what you're going to do. I'm doing it to you right here with you. So let's talk about attractor headers. You want to talk about, what would you post about? What would you maybe do a DM about? What would you write an email subject about? Because you have to put something out there, right? If you're going fishing, you take some bait and you throw it out. Why do you do that? Well, you're waiting for somebody who's hungry. Only the ones that are hungry are going to bite. And then only if it's the right bait, right? They have bass fishing, I think, and trout fishing, all these different kinds of fishing about which I know nothing. I don't do it, right? And you have to have the bait that goes with the kind of fish. So you want headers that make those who respond, make it clear to you that they are attracted to what you have. They're part of the attracted. Do you all see that? Tell me yes if you get that. If you don't have that, you're cooked. You're totally cooked. Okay. All right, here's some headers. These come from a session we did with Frank Kern some years ago, and we've used these so much. How to yay without boo. So let's say I write a post and I say, how to lose 5 pounds in a month without exercise. This is one way to do it. Now, each of these lines has many ways. How about how Vicky lost 10 pounds in a month without exercise? How Lulu had 3 kids, and after the 3rd kid, she finally lost 12 pounds before she had to go to her sister's wedding in 6 weeks, right? How she got more energy, how to get more energy without drinking coffee all day. You can also personalize this. How shift nurses like Brooke are getting more energy at night without having to drink coffee all day. Who would be interested in that? First of all, is it everyone? Yes or no? Tell me yes or no. Is that everyone? Who like shift nurses? It's not going to be everyone. See, so if somebody says this is not for me, I'm not a shift nurse, I'm not a shift worker, and anyway, I don't even drink coffee. Does that mean the business isn't working for you? Or does that mean that you're still hunting for your audience? What does it mean? That it's not working, or you're still hunting for your audience? What are you doing? You're hunting. Hello. Hey, Assad, long time no see. What are you doing here? Nice to see you. So that's what we're talking about. You see that? How to get more clients without paying for expensive ads. How about you? Do you want to have clients without paying for expensive ads? Yes or no? What if I showed you how to get people into your business on a regular basis without paying for ads? That means you don't pay money for ads. What you're going to have to give instead, if you're not given money, you're given work time or you hire somebody to do it. But I'm assuming that y'all are going to do this yourself right now. So how to get more paying customers without having to pay for ads. And what would you do? You write attractive type posts so that you get people who you will say, these are my attracted ones, the chosen for step one, right? That's exactly what we're doing. How to talk to more people without being a spammer. How many of you would like to know how to do that? How to text more people, how to talk to more people, how to chat with more people without spamming. So do you see this one headline, how to yay without boo? If you know your people and you know your business, you can be doing this, right? You see this? Are you getting some value here? This is to say, can you use this information already? Yes or no? This is called giving value. You need to do this with your people. Notice I am not selling you my book. I am not selling you a class. Nobody's asking you for anything except tune in so you can learn how to do this, right? Yeah, this is, honey, I don't know why people do the hard way because they make everyone, particularly the women, which grinds on me a lot, look stupid. We are not stupid. We just need to learn to be marketers. And today, 2021 is very different than 1952 when they were doing all this other stuff, which they haven't changed one whit. And then they want you to duplicate that. They don't even distinguish duplication between systems and people's behaviors. It's unbelievably pathetic. It's like brain power has left everybody. They're the brainless. You're not going to copy my style or Eileen's style or Vicky's style or any of your styles. It's not about that. It's just if you have a pay plan, it's a binary, or you have breakaway, or you have a unilevel, doesn't matter what it is. You got to get paying people in those spots. When you do that, the plan kicks out certain money. How you get them in, how you attract them, how you sign them up, or who signs them up, and how many you do, that's up to you. And that's completely your approach, how you attract, how you work with people, help people, okay? That's how that works. Here's another one. Number 2, the truth about X. What if I wrote the truth about MLM? How many of you would want to go read that post? How many of you are in the business of, Suzanne, what kind of product do you market? And Marco, what do you market? Is it pills? Is it health? Is it drinks? Is it internet marketing? What do you market? Supplements. Okay, so you could say, and is it a network marketing company? That it is? Okay, so here's what you could say. How many of you know what I'm going to say next? See if you can fill in the blank. The truth about what? Put the next word. The truth about what? Okay, Marco, but remember I asked you, are you in MLM? What would make that even more scary and more attractive? The truth about what? Two qualifiers. Who can guess? The truth about MLM supplements. The truth about ACN. The truth about Shackley. The truth about New Skin. Right? So phototherapy, probably nobody knows what that is. So Suzanne, what you want to do, or at least, I don't think it's so what you want to do is pick another word that is similar so that you can talk about the truth about this thing. Because if the word that you're saying, the truth about X, if X doesn't mean anything to people, they won't have it. Yeah, the truth about anti-aging. In fact, you probably want to be more specific. The truth about anti-aging supplements. You see that? Yeah. The truth about that expensive water. The truth about wearable technology to activate stem cells. Okay, that's going to be too much. They're going to know you're selling. So I would leave it just with something like the truth about wearable technology. Why don't you just say the truth about stem cell research? The truth about stem cell anything, research, pills, products. Do you see? Because once you start piling on a lot of descriptors, you're going to look like you're selling. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, more like that. These are the kind, but the structure is the truth about X. You see that? Not that. No, because it sounds too technobabbly. Nobody would even know what that means. Right? The other one would be for the truth about X. It could also be, does X really work? The stem cell hoopla, does it really work?
Yeah.
Here's how to know if it really works. You see? So take your technobabbly stuff out of there because it will demonstrate that you're selling something. See what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even with these. Let me give you another one. Number 3, what to do if X. Okay. What to do if coffee doesn't keep you awake anymore on the night shift? But what if coffee doesn't keep you awake anymore? Then what? What to do if your hair won't stop falling out? Right? What to do if X? What to do if you're a network marketer who doesn't know what to say? You see that? The truth about vacuum cleaners. Okay, now there, you want to say a little bit more because that's a very broad stroke. The truth about your traditional vacuum cleaners is probably more what I would be looking for. Because there's a whole range of kinds of things, but yeah, the truth about traditional vacuum cleaners. Okay, we're on this one now. What to do if X? What to do if you only have an hour a day to work on your network marketing business? In fact, that's what I'm going to propose to you. How many of you want to learn how to do this kind of stuff and deeper? And you have an hour a day that you actually could commit to it. Could commit, I mean, totally, completely commit that hour. You don't go Netflixing, you don't go to the bathroom, you spend that hour, you're completely in a quiet place, no interruptions, you could do that. Because then we might be, and I think we might be able to help you guys do that, okay? We have a couple options coming up. Let me go through this some more. So we can show you what we can do to help you. And if this appeals to you, then this is what we teach you to do this for your people, see? It's all the same. So we're attracting your audience, okay? So I'm giving you, this is the value piece to prove that we can help you and you decide if this is worth, can you do that? Yeah, I could do that, right? And you're going to do this with your people. The great X hoax. Oh God, the great fruit and vegetable hoax. What you can do to get your daily serves, even if you don't like to cook. Right? The great diet hoax. How about this? Instead of the great diet hoax, what would make this better? Let me see what you've learned here. Here, the bottom one, the great MLM hoax and what you can do to stop it. Does anybody know how to make the great diet hoax better? Weight loss, okay, good. How about more specific, D, even more? Who knows? Give me one more. We're going to keep going. Weight loss, okay, that's close. It's closer. Give me another one. Now we got weight loss. What's more specific than weight loss?
Can I tell?
Yes.
I can't stand it. Keto.
Keto.
Or
fat loss. Yes. You see that? The great keto diet hoax. Holy crap. Do you know how many people would come out of the woodwork? They all want to know. What do you mean? And so pretty soon you have a page full of people with all this, giving all this commentary about a diet when you're maybe marketing keto or you might be marketing something else. But all the people with an interest that are the attracted have shown themselves to be the attracted and they show up. Do you see that? You got it? All right. The open letter to new moms who want to stop their hair falling out. Open letter to divorced women who want to start dating again. Open letter to network marketers who don't ever want to talk to their friends again. If you learn how to do what we do, you can offer that and have people join your network marketing business because you wrote an open letter to network marketers who are burned out talking to their friends. If somebody says, I'm interested, they are part of the attracted of yours. Do you see that? Say yes. All right. Okay. That's 5 of those right there. Next, how do you know how much the attracted, which of those is going to come in? Because remember, it's a funnel. So the top is going to be bigger and then the next layer down and just like the jacket, you go to the Prada shop or you go to the designer shop or wherever you shop and you take all this stuff into the dressing room and you try it all on. And a whole lot of the stuff you leave there, right? This is the part we're doing right now. Okay. How do you determine which one you want? How much it matters to somebody? You get that? Say yes. So we ask, Lulu, question for you. So they say, oh yeah, I want this. I want this. They vote, they like, they engage, right? And you say, question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, where, let's see here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I get my chat out of the way so I can see it. Where 1 is, I don't care. And 10 is, oh my gosh, it's off the chart, matters to me. It's off the charts, right? 1 is, I don't care. 10 is, it matters, okay? We're asking now. We say, where are you here? And it might be, you want to be fit and energized again. You want to build network marketing without ever talking to your friends again. Where would you be on that? You want to do network marketing without talking to your friends and family ever. Are you on a 1 or a 10? Where are you with that? Where are you with on a 1 to 10? Where would you like to learn how to become an attraction machine and how to take the attracted and take them to the next step and the next step that I'm going to show you right now? Where are you 1 to 10? Or you stay the way you are and keep in 5 years from now, you'll be exactly where you are right now. If you care, right? So this is how we see of those of you that are here. And some of you are in all of our programs. We love when you come back. We love our students. But you're at a 10 because that's what you want to achieve, right? So if you want, this is what you're going to be doing to your people. We'll show you how to do this. Okay. We only talk to the 10s. Now, some people talk to 9s and 10s. Some people talk to 7s and 8s because they feel like, oh, I could talk them into it. I can probably talk most anybody into anything. I've learned not to do it because, you know, they're just not worth it. They really aren't. No matter how much money somebody gives you, if they're a pain in the butt and they whine and they don't do anything, we don't want them.
Amen to that.
Really. I mean, it's really joyless to work with somebody who is complaining all the time, who doesn't do anything, who's only, I mean, right? Don't we all know? Why should I be telling you this about potential students right here in this class? If you're a whiner at the end, please don't apply. Because you don't want those people either. So don't be one. You know, life is a mirror. You know, and if you don't dare spend money, well, I think it should be $27, but I want to make $25,000 a month. If your mind is so kind of screwed up like that still, you won't buy anything because you don't dare invest. Because after all, it should be $25. In fact, what do you mean? It should be free. Well, you can do free. You can spend the next 5 years on Google. Everything in the world is probably on Google. The only reason people like us exist is we have either curated all of it or enough of it, or we've created it and taken. So there's a shorter path to get there.
Yes.
We're saving time. And time is the only asset that I know of that you cannot get back here on this planet. And some people go, well, I'm going to mow my own lawn. Well, fine, mow your own lawn. Every time you're mowing your lawn, you're not thinking of how to communicate like this so that you bring the people in because you're busy mowing the lawn. Heaven forbid you should give the kid next door $5 or $10 to mow the damn lawn. You take it out the garbage. You got to clean your house. Well, somebody has to clean my house. Well, have somebody else clean the house. Why? Because then you can think about how to communicate like this and get good at this So you make enough, you have 5 or 10 people coming in every week that you can afford to hire someone. So while they clean your house, for example, or do the lawn or whatever it is that you're not doing, I don't do my own coding. Steve Jobs didn't do his own coding. He couldn't code. He had other people coding. The only thing he did is be the visionary. And there's a reason he made so much money. More than anybody in Apple, he was the visionary, not the coder. He wasn't the typist. He wasn't the programmer. He wasn't the artist. He wasn't the designer. We all have one thing we do better. Do that thing, make it good enough, get great at it, so that other people want to be around you and you make enough money to help other people do things they want to be good at. You see what I mean? So it's a question of knowing what you're going to do with your time. And you got to wake up to that. If you want to have a business and you think you're going to do everything, you will always be tiny, teeny. If you let go, I had to learn that. I thought, well, who's going to do this better than me? It's like, it doesn't matter. If you're doing everything, you're never going to be more than, I don't know, $1 million a year business. To me, that's wiener. That's a wiener business. I don't want $1 million a year business. I want to have $1 million a month business. In fact, with the girl that was here the other day, in fact, a little couple of hours ago, she teaches people how to have $100,000 days and $1 million days. And you may think, well, how could you have $1 million day? Well, if you have 100 people in the room and 30 of them buy a program, and it's $36,000, $3,000 a month for a year, which people have and people buy all the time. You have to, you grow into experiences that are new. That's what he did. Dan Henry, old friend of mine. We were in the same masterminds. $1 million in one day. Now he's committed to the year to teach, and he has people to help him, of course. You see what I mean? So we only talk to the 10s. Why? They're the most likely to be ready. I'm going to have you do that today. Why? For the 10s, we had a tiny short interview. Usually it's either 3 to 5 minutes or it's a little form, which you're going to see at the end here. Everything I'm teaching you here, you're going to learn how to do yourself. You want that? Tell me yes. Yes or no. Then we have a short set of questions. I can't mention that. And then what happens is, I should mention this here. We have an automated qualification system. This is a set of weighted questions that people get and they love to answer. And when they answer, and if they quote unquote pass, right, they're the initial attracted, it's a 10 for them. They want to really go through this and do this. If they pass, they book, and we get a calendar that is packed with appointments that they themselves book for us. And that's what happens with Vic. Vic will look at her calendar and there'll be a whole bunch of people on the calendar. We've built the last 3 businesses that we built, the network marketing businesses, were all done with this approach. How many people did you have every day to talk to, Vic?
Oh, many.
Every day.
Every day.
Just generate them. It's like a machine, because we go through this process. Do you see that? Yeah, that's what we do. You can also do it by hand if you don't have the automation software, which is not a cheap date. Why? Because it saves you time. It's the only thing God gave us that's limited, and it will never come back. That's why it's worth a lot of money. When people can shorten things that I have to spend time with, I'll pay anything that I can afford. Why? Because the less time it takes to achieve another obstacle, overcome another obstacle, achieve another hurdle, the sooner I can get to the next place, right? More impact, more money. It's great to have a lot of money. And then we make an offer. You're going to learn how to make an offer instead of thinking that you have to sell your thing. This is not a good idea. Oh, you want to buy my thing? No, you're going to make an offer. An offer to help. You see that? It's not an offer to sell. It's an offer to help. Everybody tell me, yes, you understand that. And of those that we make an offer to, between 35 and 50% are a good fit for the program. So after all of these things, would you say that the things you've been doing are the things that would help you kind of sort through all the people like this that might be the right one for you? What do you think? Yes or no? Right? This is what you're going to learn how to do. All right. So here's the next step. If you would like, how many people here on a scale of, let's do this right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me do that. Perfect. On a scale of 1 to 10, who'd like to apply to work with us more closely. Okay, apply to work with us more closely. Let me see who that is. Who says this? Who we have in the chat? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is, oh my gosh, I want to apply. And 1 is, nah, I'll stay the way I am. And you can do it yourself, no problem. And it'll take years if you ever learn it, because guess what you're around in your life? All the people with the wrong influence. It's hard to do this. It's hard to keep your mindset. That's why you want to be with people who are doing it together. Why do you think they have retreats? Why does Tony have a 3-day retreat for his walk, the fire walk? Everybody's together basically for 3 days. Why? To keep the outside village idiots out. That's why. And you're surrounded by village idiots, probably your family, your friends, because if they're where you are right now, they are going to be, compared to where you should be, the village idiots. That's just the way it is. You need to be with people who've decided, I may have been one, but I don't want to stay one. Right? Hey there, glad to see you're still here. This is Kim. If you'd like to see if we can help you, go ahead and type in maxout.com/pick me. So M like mommy, AXOUT.com/P like Paul, ICKME, pick me, maxout.com, pick me. It's a short form for us to get some information about what you're doing with your business right now. And then we'll chat and see if we can help you get past where you are right now. You ready for that? I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for staying. Bye.